Welcome to the European Association for Higher Education Advancement's YouTube and podcast channel. We're going deep today.
Diving deep.
Yeah, diving deep into the student debt crisis and how it's impacting higher education.
Yeah.
We've got this great article from the EAEA to guide us, and
It's a good one,
yeah, it is. Some of the facts and figures are pretty surprising.
for sure.
So let's jump right in.
Okay.
The article starts off with this huge number.
Yeah.
In the U.S. alone, student loan debt is over $1.7 trillion.
Wow.
$1.7 trillion.
That's a lot.
It's hard to even imagine that much money.
Yeah.
Like, think about a stack of dollar bills reaching all the way to the International Space Station.
To space.
Yeah, that's how much debt we're talking about.
Crazy.
And the average college grad is starting their career with over $30,000 in debt.
Yeah. That's a tough way to start out.
It is a huge burden for sure.
And it's not just a U.S. problem either. This is a global trend.
That's true.
We see rising education costs and student debt all over the world.
It really makes you think about how we're financing higher education these days.
For sure, the system needs a closer look.
Yeah, and the thing is, this debt isn't just impacting graduates.
Right.
It's impacting the entire system.
Yeah, the ripple effect is huge.
Yeah, one thing that really got me thinking in the article was this idea of a cycle of poverty.
Mm-hmm.
This debt can really trap people,
It can.
make it so much harder to get ahead.
Definitely.
Imagine graduating with all that debt,
Yeah.
trying to just make ends meet.
It affects everything.
It affects everything.
Buying a house, starting a family, even what kind of job you can take.
Right? You might end up at a job just for the paycheck,
Exactly.
not because you love it.
And that's not what we want.
Not at all.
People should be able to pursue their passion.
Absolutely. And the article points out how this debt is a huge barrier for low-income and marginalized students
Yeah.
who are trying to get a higher education.
It's like this throughout history, though.
Yeah,
Access to education has always been a challenge,
it has.
and often determined by your background.
Yeah, your socioeconomic background.
Exactly. And this student debt crisis,
Uh-huh.
it could make things even worse.
It's a scary thought.
It is a scary thought.
So are there any solutions out there?
Oh.
The article mentions things like making public universities tuition-free
Yeah.
and expanding financial aid programs.
Those are some good ideas for sure.
Yeah, tuition-free public universities.
It could open so many doors
It could.
for students who just can't afford it right now.
Right. And boosting financial aid through grants and scholarships.
It could provide some relief
It could.
without adding to that debt burden.
Right. But I imagine there are challenges to making those things happen.
Oh, absolutely. There are complexities for sure.
Yeah, like how do you make tuition-free systems work?
Well, you need a huge commitment to public funding
Right.
and a plan to make it sustainable.
That makes sense.
And with financial aid, we need to be smart about it.
How so?
Well, the aid needs to reach the right students.
The ones who need it most.
Exactly. And we have to be careful not to accidentally drive up tuition costs even more.
It's a delicate balance.
It is a delicate balance.
A lot to consider.
A lot to consider.
Yeah, it's a lot like buying a house.
Right.
You wouldn't buy a house without understanding the mortgage.
Exactly. You need
Yeah.
all the information.
Yeah, you got to know what you're getting into.
Right. So choosing a college and figuring out how to pay for it,
Huge decision.
huge financial decision.
It is.
We need to make sure
Yeah.
that students and families
Uh-huh.
have the tools and knowledge to navigate this whole thing.
So like understanding different types of loans,
Yes,
repayment options,
absolutely.
the long-term consequences.
All of it.
Yeah. And the article also talks about how this debt crisis, it's actually impacting the quality of education itself.
Right.
Like colleges are struggling with rising costs
Yeah.
and fewer students because of affordability.
It's a tough spot.
It is. So they might have to make cuts. And that can hurt the student experience.
It's like a domino effect.
It is.
This debt burden knocks over one thing after another, and it all comes back to the quality of education.
Right. If colleges have to cut corners
Uh-huh.
to keep tuition low
Yeah.
or make up for lost revenue,
You might see bigger classes,
yeah,
fewer courses offered.
less one-on-one time with professors.
Exactly, even a strain on faculty resources.
And the article actually had this example
Oh, yeah.
about some institutions facing faculty shortages,
Oh, wow.
especially in popular fields.
That's a problem.
It is.
So students miss out on mentorship,
Yeah,
research collaborations.
right. All those important things.
What about you?
Hmm.
What stands out to you about all this?
About the trade-offs.
Yeah. Making college affordable, but also keeping a high standard of education.
It's a tough balance.
It is.
Are you seeing any of these challenges yourself? Maybe in your own education.
Or with family members in college.
Yeah, it's a call to action for sure.
It is, we all need to pay attention.
Absolutely. And the article ends with this powerful message.
Okay.
It wants readers
Uh-huh.
to become advocates for change.
Yeah.
So that means supporting policies that make college more affordable,
Okay.
or pushing for more transparency
Yeah.
in how colleges handle their money.
That's so important.
We all have a role to play,
Even small actions can make a difference.
like staying informed,
Yes.
talking to policymakers,
Absolutely.
supporting organizations working on this issue.
Every little bit counts. It really makes you think.
It does. What if we could rethink the whole system?
Right. Imagine alternative ways to get an education.
Yeah, maybe not so focused on traditional degrees.
Exactly. What if access to knowledge wasn't so tied to those old paths?
It's exciting to think about.
It is. We could be more flexible
More affordable.
and more accessible.
Yeah, create a system that works for everyone.
That's the goal, right?
It is. Well,
This has been quite the deep dive.
it has. We've covered a lot of ground today.
Student loans,
Tuition costs,
potential solutions.
the future of education.
We've explored it all.
We really try to look at all sides of this issue.
All the complexities.
The challenges and the opportunity.
It's a big conversation.
It is, but hopefully you're leaving with a better understanding.
And feeling ready to be part of the solution.
Absolutely. This is just the beginning.
Keep exploring.
Keep researching.
Keep talking about it.
And don't forget to follow the European Association for Higher Education Advancement
On YouTube and social media.
Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.